Hi, my name is McKinney. I'm a Nashville Trial Lawyer, and today we have Monika Ridley with us. Monika is a domestic relations lawyer or divorce lawyer in Nashville, and she's going to give us some tips on how to get an uncontested divorce in Tennessee. Welcome, Monika.
Thank you, Ron.
What I'd like to share with the people watching this video today is how do you go about getting an uncontested divorce? What is it? How do you do it?
Okay. Uncontested divorce is a divorce where you and your spouse agree on everything. So that's division of your property, real and personal, any debts that you have, alimony, if that's something that you're considering, if you have children, a parenting plan, and of course child support.
Okay. How do you go about getting one?
Well, in Davidson County, there's pretty much 5 steps. The first step is to file a complaint for divorce, and in Davidson County it's done in the circuit court.
Now, what's the complaint for divorce? What is that?
It's a legal document where it spells out, the statistical information of both spouses and then your complaints that you have with the spouse.
Now, statistical information like name, address, date of birth, stuff like that?
Right, and there's also a social security number, but they keep that confidential.
Okay.
For an uncontested divorce, you want to file under irreconcilable differences, which is Tennessee's version of a no-fault divorce. Okay. Second step after you file the complaint for divorce is to reach an agreement. And so what you do is you sign a marital dissolution agreement, which is also a legal document that separates all your property, again, debts, alimony. If you have children, a parenting plan, which provides for residential time, and child support.
Okay. Now, is a marital dissolution agreement, is that like a fancy name for a contract about who gets what?
Exactly.
Okay.
The next step is pretty much to wait. There's a mandatory waiting period in Tennessee for divorces. If you have no children, no minor children, it's 60 days.
So once you file the divorce, you can go to court in 60 days?
Exactly.
Okay.
If you have minor children, it's 90 days. So you'll actually, 3 months will be the fastest you can get a divorce.
Why is the difference in the time?
I think the legislature wanted you to kind of think about it. If you had minor children, really put some thought into whether this is the best thing for your family. Fourth step after you wait and you file the marital dissolution agreement is to file a motion to place the case on the uncontested docket. So the court will review all your paperwork. If everything is to the court's liking, they'll give you a final hearing date, and that's the 5th and last step. Both spouses can go to the final hearing, but you don't have to, only the spouse that filed the complaint, and the judge will approve your marital dissolution agreement and parenting plan.
Now, what percentage of divorces, if you know, are uncontested?
I would probably say half.
Now, is that the best way to get a divorce, is try to settle your own differences?
I would. It's the least costly, least time-consuming, least stressful, least embarrassing. Not all your dirty laundry is aired out for everyone to see.
Does someone going through divorce have more control in an uncontested divorce rather than letting the judge decide things?
I would say so, yes.
And why do you say that?
Well, because you can agree on what you both can live with. Sometimes if you go into court and you let the judge decide, it might be something that you can't live with, but the judge decides it. So,
what are a couple top tips on people thinking about getting an uncontested divorce?
Definitely have patience. Even though it's 60 days or 90 days, it does take time. You may have to refile things if the court does not approve of them.
Or your spouse doesn't approve.
Or your spouse doesn't approve. But if your spouse doesn't approve, you're not in the uncontested.
Now, can one attorney represent both, or do each of you have to get an attorney, or what's the deal on that?
Typically, if you have an uncontested, one attorney can draw up the documents for you. One attorney can't advise both people, can't give legal advice, but can help you draw up the documents.
Okay. Does a person need an attorney to help them understand the documents in this marital dissolution agreement? Or
if you have trouble understanding the language in the marital dissolution agreement, or you have a mortgage, a house together, retirement benefits, you definitely need an attorney to protect all your assets.
Okay. Well, Monika, thanks for visiting us with us today on this legal segment, and I appreciate your information on this topic.
Thank you for having me, Rob.
Okay. If you have any questions about filing for an uncontested divorce, obtaining an uncontested divorce, give us a call at 615-259-9009.